Have you ever wondered why some homes have that warm energy that makes anyone want to stay longer, and others, even though beautiful, seem empty of life? The secret to making your home happier isn't in major renovations or expensive furniture. It's in the small changes you can make today, right now, without spending a lot of money. In this video, I'll show you how to transform any space into a place that exudes joy and well-being. These are simple tips, but they make a dramatic difference in the atmosphere of your home. If you don't implement these changes, you'll continue living in a space that doesn't inspire or energize you. But if you stick with me until the end, you'll discover the secret the happiest people use to create welcoming, vibrant homes. And look, one of these tips is so powerful that I was surprised by the results when I first tried it. You'll find out what it is in a moment, so don't hesitate. Tip 1. Let the natural light really shine in. The first thing you need to understand is that your home needs to breathe light. I'm not just talking about opening the windows, but about creating a clear path for natural light to circulate throughout. Often, without realizing it, we place furniture, heavy curtains, or objects that block the passage of light. Start by walking around your house early in the morning. Notice where the light enters and where it stops. You'll be surprised at how many obstacles get in the way. That cabinet leaning against the window, the curtain that covers half the glass even when it's open, or even overgrown plants on the windowsill. Natural light has an incredible power to transform the mood of any space. It brings life, energy, and a sense of spaciousness that artificial light can never replicate. When you allow light to circulate freely, you create a more welcoming and positive environment. To apply this tip, start by rearranging your furniture. Leave windows open, at least during the day. If you have very heavy curtains, consider replacing them with lighter styles that filter light without completely blocking it. Light-colored fabrics work perfectly. Another simple but powerful change is to clean your windows, inside and out. Dirty windows block more light than you might think. A clean window can increase the amount of natural light by up to 30%. That's right, a 30% difference just with proper cleaning. If you live in a place with little natural light, use mirrors strategically. Place a mirror opposite a window or on a side wall. It will reflect light and scatter it throughout the room, creating the impression that there are more windows than there actually are. Tip 2. Create pops of color that evoke emotions. Now let's talk about something that may seem simple, but has a profound emotional impact. The colors around your home. You don't need to paint entire walls to create a happier environment. Small, strategic pops of color can completely transform the mood of any room. Colors have the power to evoke specific emotions. Warm tones like yellow, orange, and red bring energy and comfort. Cool tones like blue and green calm and relax. The secret is to use these colors in a balanced way, creating small points of visual interest that draw attention and evoke positive feelings. Start by observing the colors already in your home. Most homes have a neutral palette, with white, beige, or gray dominating the space. This isn't a problem, but you can add life with small, colorful objects. A yellow pillow on the sofa, a vase with red flowers on the table, or even colorful towels in the bathroom. The rule is simple. Choose a main color that makes you happy and scatter small objects of that color throughout the different rooms. This creates a sense of continuity and harmony, as if the whole house were designed as a whole. It doesn't need to be a lot. A few objects make a difference. One tip that works really well is to create a special corner with your favorite color. It could be a colorful armchair, a wall with vibrant paintings, or even a corner with colorful plants and vases. This corner will become a point of positive energy in your home. Remember that you can change colors with the seasons. In winter, warmer colors bring warmth. In summer, cooler colors like blue and green create a feeling of freshness. This seasonal change keeps your home fresh and interesting. Tip 3. Transform every room into a space that tells a story. Each room in your home can and should have its own personality. When you enter a space that tells a story, you automatically feel more connected and welcomed. I'm not talking about expensive decor, but about creating little corners that reflect who you are and what makes you happy. Start by thinking about what each room represents to you. Is the living room a place for gatherings and conversation? Is the bedroom your haven of rest? Is the kitchen where you express affection through food? Each space has an emotional function in addition to its practical one. In the living room, for example, you could create a reading nook with a comfortable chair, a suitable lamp, and a small bookshelf with your favorite books, or a music space with a few instruments or a special spot to listen to your favorite songs. These small spaces tell the story of who you are. In your bedroom, think about objects that bring back fond memories, photos of special moments, a box of old letters, or even a perfume you love. These details create a unique and personal atmosphere. The important thing is that each object has meaning to you. The kitchen can become more welcoming with fresh herbs in small pots, pretty utensils on display, or even a notebook with special family recipes. These elements transform the kitchen from a purely functional space into a space full of life and memories. The bathroom also deserves attention. Small plants, soft towels, pleasant-smelling soaps, and careful organization make all the difference. It's a space for personal care and deserves to be treated with special care. Before continuing, if you're enjoying these tips, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content on how to make your home more welcoming and happy. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I love hearing where you are. Tip 4. Use the power of scent to create emotional memories. Now I want to tell you about something many people underestimate, but which has the incredible power to transform any environment. Smell. Smell is directly connected to our emotions and memories. A pleasant scent can instantly make us feel at home, relaxed, and happy. Have you ever noticed how certain homes have that special scent that makes you feel welcome? It's no coincidence. People who create more welcoming homes know how to use scents intelligently to evoke positive feelings in those who enter the space. Start by identifying the scents that make you happy. It could be vanilla, cinnamon, lavender, or even the smell of freshly brewed coffee. Everyone has their own preferences, and the important thing is to choose fragrances that have meaning for you. Scents linked to good memories work even better. A simple way to scent your home is to use scented candles or diffusers in the main rooms. But be careful not to overdo it. The scent should be subtle, like a pleasant whisper that you notice without being intrusive. Rooms with very strong scents can have the opposite effect. The kitchen is a special place to work with scents. Fresh herbs like basil, rosemary, or mint are not only useful for cooking, but also naturally scent the room. You can keep small pots of these herbs on your kitchen windowsill. Besides being useful, they add a fresh, natural aroma. In the bedroom, softer, more relaxing scents work best. Lavender is known to aid relaxation and sleep. You can place a lavender sachet in your linen drawer or a few drops of essential oil on your pillow. The important thing is to create an association between the scent and rest. For those who like to improvise, a simple tip is to boil cinnamon and orange peel in a small saucepan. Let the steam waft through the house. It's a homey, cozy scent that recalls special family moments. Tip 5. Organize by creating wellness zones. Here's a truth many people don't realize. The organization of your home directly affects your emotional state. But I'm not talking about that military-style organization where everything is perfect. I'm talking about creating well-being zones, small, organized spaces that bring peace and tranquility. Disorganization creates a feeling of internal chaos. When you look around and see scattered objects, piles of unfinished tasks, or messy drawers, your mind automatically feels overwhelmed. It's as if the external environment reflects an internal turmoil. Start by choosing a small corner of your home to completely organize. It could be a desk, a bookshelf, or even a drawer. The important thing is that it's a space you use daily. When you organize this space with care, you create a calming zone that positively impacts the entire environment. The technique is simple. Remove everything from the chosen location, clean it thoroughly, and put back only what really needs to be there. Each object should have a clear function and a specific place. This doesn't mean everything needs to be hidden, but rather that each item has its proper place. Create small, functional stations around the house. A workstation with everything you need for your daily tasks. A reading station with books, glasses, and a suitable lamp. A personal care station in the bathroom with all your products organized and easily accessible. The secret is to keep these spaces organized daily. When you use something, put it back in its proper place. It seems simple, but this small practice completely transforms the energy of your home. You start to feel more in control and at peace with your surroundings. An extra tip: always have a designated place for items that arrive from outside. Mail, keys, wallet, everything should have a designated place to put it as soon as you get home. This prevents objects from getting scattered around and creates a sense of order from the moment you walk in. Tip 6. Add life with plants and natural elements. Now let's talk about something that has the power to transform any space into a more lively and welcoming space: plants. It doesn't have to be a garden, nor do you need any gardening experience. Small, strategically placed plants can completely change the energy of your home. Plants do much more than decorate. They purify the air, bring life and movement to the environment, and create a connection with nature that our brain recognizes as positive and relaxing. It's like bringing a little piece of nature into your home. Start with easy care plants. Succulents are perfect for beginners because they require little water and adapt well to different light conditions. Snake plants are another easy growing plant that can be placed on high shelves, creating a beautiful visual effect. The key lies in choosing the right pot and the right location. Colorful pots, or those with interesting textures, can become decorative objects in their own right. A small plant in a beautiful pot can have the same visual impact as an expensive decorative object. In addition to plants, you can use other natural elements to create a more welcoming atmosphere. Decorative stones, dried branches in a tall vase, or even a bowl of fresh fruit on the kitchen table. These natural elements bring textures and colors that contrast with industrial objects. One tip that works really well is to create small indoor gardens. It could be a corner in the kitchen window with fresh herbs, or an arrangement of succulents on the living room table. These small gardens become points of visual interest and conversation. For those who live in apartments or have limited space, hanging plants are an excellent option. You can use ceiling brackets or shelves to create a vertical garden. This adds life to the space without taking up floor space. Remember that plants require basic care, but it doesn't have to be complicated. A simple watering and monitoring routine is enough to keep your plants healthy and beautiful. And best of all, caring for plants becomes a relaxing and rewarding activity. Tip 7. Create cozy corners that embrace the soul. Every happy home needs at least one little corner where you can retreat and feel completely comfortable. I'm not talking about an entire room, but rather small spaces designed specifically for your well-being and relaxation. This corner could be a comfortable armchair with a soft blanket, a corner of the room with floor cushions, or even a spot on the balcony with a chair where you can enjoy your morning coffee. The important thing is that it's a space all your own, where you can relax without rushing. Physical comfort is essential to creating this feeling of welcome. Soft fabrics, fluffy pillows, warm blankets, all of these contribute to creating an environment where you want to spend time. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it does need to be pleasant to the touch. The lighting in this corner is also crucial. Bright light can be uncomfortable for relaxing. Opt for a softer lamp, candles, or even natural light filtered through a light curtain. The goal is to create a cozy and peaceful atmosphere. Consider adding elements that positively awaken your senses. A small diffuser with your favorite fragrance, a relaxing playlist always at the ready, or even a book you enjoy browsing. These details make all the difference in your relaxation experience. If you have a family, it's important that everyone has their own cozy corner. It can be a different spot for each person, respecting individual preferences. A child might prefer a corner on the floor with colorful cushions, while an adult might prefer an armchair with a footrest. Maintaining this space is also important. Keep it clean and organized, with the items you use regularly within easy reach. This corner should be a haven of peace, not a place of worry. An extra tip: change small details in your cozy corner from time to time. A new pillow, a different blanket, or even changing the position of the chair. These small changes keep the space fresh and interesting. Tip 8. Use lighting as a well-being tool. Lighting is one of the most powerful tools for creating happy environments, but also one of the most overlooked. I'm not just talking about having enough light, but using different types of lighting to create atmospheres that directly influence your mood and well-being. Each moment of the day and each activity requires a different type of lighting. In the morning, you need brighter, more energizing light to wake you up. In the afternoon, natural light is ideal for everyday activities. At night, softer, warmer lights help the body relax and prepare for rest. Start by observing how the artificial light in your home affects your mood. Bulbs that are too white and cold can create a feeling of discomfort, especially at night. Lights that are too yellow can make the environment dull during the day. Ideally, you should have different options for different moments. A very effective technique is to create layers of lighting. Instead of relying solely on the main overhead light, use several smaller light sources spread throughout the room. Table lamps, and directional spotlights, each creating small islands of light that make the space feel cozier. For the living room, for example, you might have a more neutral main light for daily activities, a reading lamp near the sofa, and perhaps some candles or decorative lights for moments of relaxation. This variety allows you to adapt the lighting to your mood and needs. In the bedroom, lighting should be especially careful. Avoid bright lights near the bed, as this can impair sleep quality. Opt for lamps with soft light, which allow you to read or relax without overstimulating the brain. Dimmers are a worthwhile investment. They allow you to adjust light intensity as needed, creating more flexible and adaptable environments. You can have bright light for cleaning and soft light for relaxation, all in the same space. A special tip: observe how much natural light enters your home throughout the day and supplement it with artificial lighting when necessary. On cloudy days, brighter light can compensate for the lack of sunlight. On very bright days, softer lighting can balance the ambiance. Before moving on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I've prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now, let's move on to the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. Turn sounds and textures into comforting tools. Now let's talk about two elements that many people overlook, but which have incredible power to create more welcoming environments. Sounds and textures. Our skin and ears are constantly capturing information from the environment. And when you consciously work with these elements, you can completely transform the sense of well-being in your home. Start by paying attention to the sounds that naturally occur in your home. Do you hear street noise, electronic devices, or even complete silence? Each of these sounds affects your emotional state differently. Loud or irritating sounds can create tension, while soft, natural sounds promote relaxation. A simple way to improve the sound environment is to introduce natural or relaxing sounds. This could be the sound of running water from a small decorative fountain, soft instrumental music playing quietly, or even the sound of wind chimes on the porch. These sounds mask unpleasant noises and create a more peaceful atmosphere. Textures are equally important. Your skin is constantly in contact with surfaces. The sofa you sit on, the table you rest your arms on, the rug you step on barefoot. Rough or uncomfortable textures can create unconscious tension, while soft, pleasant textures promote relaxation. Add different soft textures to the room. Velvet pillows, soft wool blankets, shag rugs, and soft touch curtains. These textures invite touch and create a sense of physical comfort that translates into emotional well-being. Combining different textures is also important. Mix smooth with rough, soft with firm, warm with cool. This tactile variety makes the environment more interesting and positively stimulating. A smooth wooden table with a textured table runner, for example. In the bedroom, prioritize textures that promote relaxation. Soft sheets, comfortable pillows, and rugs that you can walk on barefoot without discomfort. These elements contribute to a more restful sleep and a more pleasant awakening. One tip that works really well is to create a small corner with different textures for relaxation. This could be a corner with cushions in different fabrics, an armchair with a soft blanket, or even a particularly comfortable rug where you can sit on the floor. Remember that textures also relate to temperature. On cold days, warmer, more cozy textures are welcome. On hot days, cooler, smoother textures are more pleasant. Adapt the textiles in your home according to the seasons. Tip 10. Create connection rituals with your home. The last tip may seem different from the others, but it's one of the most powerful. Creating simple rituals that connect you emotionally with your home. When you develop small habits that celebrate and care for your home, you automatically develop a more loving relationship with the space you live in. A ritual can be something as simple as lighting a candle every night when you get home from work, watering your plants every morning while you drink coffee, or dedicating a few minutes on the weekend to tidying up a special corner of your home. The important thing is that it's something you do with intention and care. These rituals create a routine of care that transforms your home from just a place to sleep into a home you nurture and that nurtures you in return. It's an exchange of positive energy that's reflected in the overall atmosphere of the space. Start by choosing a simple ritual that resonates with you. It could be related to cleaning, organizing, decorating, or even preparing food. The important thing is that it's something you can do regularly and that brings you satisfaction. For example, you could create a ritual of completely setting the living room table every Sunday, placing a pretty tablecloth, a vase of flowers, and carefully arranging your objects. Or you could dedicate a few minutes each morning to opening all the windows and letting fresh air circulate through the house. Seasonal rituals are also very special. Changing the pillows according to the season, rearranging the decor to reflect the changing weather, or creating special arrangements for holidays. These rituals keep the home refreshed and connected to the outside world. The most important thing is that these rituals are a source of pleasure, not obligation. If you start to feel like they've become a chore, modify them or choose new ones. The goal is to create a loving relationship with your home, not another source of stress. A powerful tip is to involve the whole family in home care rituals. Each person can have their own special responsibility, creating a sense of collaboration and belonging. This strengthens family bonds and teaches the importance of caring for the space where we live. Notice how, after practicing these rituals for a while, your home begins to reflect more of your personality and values. It becomes truly yours, a reflection of who you are and what you hold dear. So now you have 10 powerful ways to transform your home into a happier, more welcoming place. Remember, you don't have to apply them all at once. Start with the 1 or 2 tips that resonate most with you and gradually implement the others. The most important thing is to understand that a happy home doesn't depend on a lot of money or major renovations. It depends on the care, attention, and intention you put into every little detail. When you treat your home with love, it reciprocates by creating an environment that nourishes your soul and gives you the energy to face the world. Your home is much more than a place to sleep. It's your refuge, your creative space, your peaceful corner. It deserves to be and can be the happiest place in your life. Start today, choose a tip, and put it into practice. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these tips caught your attention the most? Which will you put into practice first? Let me know in the comments. I love reading your experiences and seeing how you transform your homes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and activate the bell. Every week, I bring you new content on how to create a more organized, welcoming, and happy home. And if you know someone who also wants to transform their home into a more special place, share this video. Let's spread more joy and warmth around the world.